It's a bit unusual, isn't it, talking about Gabbar while we are seated next to Gandhi, but we thought we'd let the irony continue. Just have a little bit of fun, because we really did want to talk about Shikhar Dhawan, who's had a fantastic Champions Trophy so far. And I sometimes think we judge Dhawan a little harshly because we look at him from what we see in Test match cricket, where he can be fragile, he can be a little frustrating. He averages 38, he hasn't had a streak of 3 innings, each of which is greater than 30, and we think, oh, Dhawan. And then you look at him in one-day cricket, he's a completely different player. He's played 78 times for India, and he's got an average of about 45, a strike rate in the region of 90. Come to the Champions Trophy, it gets even better. Champions Trophy, ICC events, it gets even better with Shikhar Dhawan. Average moves up to almost 70, strike rate moves up to almost 97, and he's a match winner. And I sometimes wonder whether this perception that we have of Shikhar Dhawan is because we think he plays in cycles. Gets through a streak like he's going through now with the Champions Trophy, and suddenly goes through another streak. So we looked at some of these numbers and they're interesting. If you look at them in blocks of 10, his averages are 48, then 35, 50, then 32, 59, then 41 and 34, and currently he's going on 62. I know a lot of players who won't mind streaks like that, even if it's a little up and down. But there's one very interesting stat about Shikhar Dhawan that sort of crossed my mind when I was watching him bat, first alongside Rohit Sharma and then alongside Virat Kohli. And I thought, look how beautifully he blends into both. And you look at his partnerships, he's got 24 partnerships out of a total of 140 that he's had, which are greater than 100. And that gives him a percentage partnerships of 100 better than anybody else. And it tells me that he's not going out there like a Kohli and finishing it, but he's around while big events are happening. And I think that is his great contribution to the side. When it comes to his own runs, he's scoring 100 every 7.5 innings. That puts him number 5 in the list of people who get to hundreds very quickly. So there's a lot going to Shikhar Dhawan as a limited overs cricketer. And the purpose behind this blog is to not just to explain this phenomenal run of scores, but also to say sometimes we let our views about a person as one kind of player obstruct our views in appreciating him as another kind of player. And I think Shikhar Dhawan as a one-day player is magnificent. Shikhar Dhawan as a test player may not quite be so, but I get the feeling there's a lot more of Shikhar Dhawan, the one-day player, that we're going to see.